Hello, my nerds. Oh, let's see. How you guys doing today? Oh, I gotta grab my Road Atlas. All right. So I think we're gonna finish the series today. Last time we ended on Texas, and so I think we can get through the rest of the states today. All right. Let's see here. All right. So let's see. We've got. Alright, we've got, Utah. Can't think of a state that, that's in Utah. I mean, unfortunately, Utah doesn't really have a whole lot of options. You've got the, Salt Lake City, the capital, and then you've got, Provo, Ogden, St. George, Logan, but it has a lot of national parks, so you can kind of like do a wilderness kind of a thing. And then we've got Vermont. I think most of these states don't really have very much, shows. So it's like, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot. So unfortunately, I can't really bring up a whole lot. But let's see. For Vermont, you got Montpelier, the capital. And you got Burlington, Rutland. Looks like it's a good place. Once again, though, as with a lot of these small states, you can do like a central location, just cover the whole state. So, next up is Virginia. I cannot think of a show that took place in Virginia. So, you've got, they split it up. Alright, so you got, Richmond, the capital. You got Roanoke, Lynchburg, Harrisonburg, Chesapeake, Norfolk. Charlottesville, Williamsburg. So, you got some options in Virginia. And once again, you can always do a colonial show or a Civil War show or a pre-colonial show. That'd be kind of cool. A Roanoke show would be kind of interesting. Kind of do different scenarios of how Roanoke disappeared. Washington. I've been waiting for Washington. Alright, so... there are some shows that take place in Seattle. The 4400 was based in Seattle. I know that, what else? I know there were a lot of sci-fi shows that took place in Seattle. I just can't think of them for some reason. God, there was another show just flitted right across my mind, but I lost it as soon as it was there. So right now, the only thing I can think of is 4100. God, that's kind of weird. I don't know where this took place. It either took place in Washington, Oregon, or Northern California. But Eureka. That took place somewhere in the Northwest. I just can't remember, where precisely. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in Washington. So you've got Olympia, the capital. Obviously, you got Seattle, Tacoma, Yakima, Spokane, Vancouver. I always thought Vancouver was in Canada. Apparently, no, it's in Washington. I think I've mentioned in Oregon that it could be could be one of those cities that goes to different. All right. Bellingham. I already said Spokane. I already said Seattle. So this is the one I've been waiting for the most, because remember when I said that the Mercy Thompson series took place in Washington? here's where it takes place. It takes place in the Tri-Cities, which is Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland. All right, so if they change locations, I'm going to be pissed because the identity of several people is tied to that location. So it really needs to take place there, and I actually would love to see it. So it'd be just kind of nice. Let's see, that's Washington D.C. is like the next map, but we already covered Washington when we did Maryland. West Virginia. I can't remember. I think the Vampire Diaries took place in West Virginia. I can't remember. But you got Charleston, the capital. Huntington, Parkersburg, Wheeling, Morgantown. So you got some options in West Virginia, but it doesn't really, like, I haven't really driven through it, so it's like I don't really know like how big it actually really is. But once again, like, you know, Civil War, pre-colonial show, that'd be kind of cool. Wisconsin, that 70s show. I know that took place in Wisconsin. I think it was a fictional place, though. So, you've got Madison, the capital. Eau Claire, La Crosse, Kenosha, Janesville, Milwaukee. Milwaukee always kind of gets overlooked. And then Sheboygan. I like saying Sheboygan. Sheboygan. Oh, I gotta turn it. I said Madison. Green Bay, Appleton, Oshkosh. I was actually in Appleton just day before yesterday. Or last night. And finally, we've got Wyoming. Longmire, the Netflix show. That took place in Wyoming. A fictional place, but it was still Wyoming. You've got Cheyenne, the capital. Laramie, Casper. Rock Springs looks good. Evanston, maybe. Riverton. And you could always just do good Western in Wyoming, you know, that'd be kind of cool. Let's see, this only took about 8 minutes to finish, so I feel kind of sad. Let's see, the rest of the maps is Canada, and then finally Mexico. So that's it for the 50 states. We're done. Yeah, it only took six segments to go through them. So there are a lot of different shows that take place in different cities. I don't know all of them. If you know any of them, feel free to comment down below. But yeah, it really just feels like this whole series started because, you know, you go through you know, TV and whatnot, and everything takes place in Los Angeles, New York, or Chicago. You know, you get a little bit in some of these other big cities. You got a few in Miami, a couple in Dallas. Seattle is also pretty popular with sci-fi shows for some reason. Oh, Dark Angel, that took place in Seattle. A futuristic, futuristic for then, Seattle, but that took place in Seattle. I forgot about that show. So yeah, this is just kind of, I really would just like to see more variety in big budget TV shows. You know, small budget TV shows, they typically take place outside of those three cities, probably because it's cheaper to film them. So, yeah, it's just really I really would just like to see more big budget TV shows that take place in other places. Kind of give some love to some of these cities. And kind of also as a side note, we also need to spread out the sports teams a bit, you know? You know, you got New York with with so many teams. LA has so many teams. Like, how about we have one team per state? You know, we get 50 teams, 50 states. I think that'll be cool. And, you know, you can get some good tourism to some of these states. So, I think that's going to be it for this video. Yeah, kind of a long video. So I think starting next video, we're going to talk about some books I've read, or maybe some manga. This was just kind of an idea that I had floating around closest to my head. So this is kind of why I wanted to talk about it. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for the day. Anyway, feel free like, comment, subscribe, all that happy fun stuff. You guys know what to do. And you guys have a good day, and I will see you later.